Hey, hi guys. Good evening. Am I audible? You guys can say that in the chat as well. If I'm audible. Okay, I think we are good to go. We'll start. Okay. So first, let's have a small introduction about Placed Institute. Okay, so we are an online coaching institute with the following services. Okay, so we provide aptitude coaching for SBI PO examination, IBPS, RRB, UPSC, ND, and college placements as well. We also provide coaching for interviews, and we also prepare a resume as per ATS standards, and we also provide that as a service. And all the coaching will be given by IM alumni. Okay, and coaching will be given in both English and Tamil. And so far we have trained and placed around 1,000 plus candidates in Tamil Nadu. So that is our small introduction. If you guys are interested in with these services, please WhatsApp us at 79758 Okay, so that is a small introduction. And in this call, in this particular live session, we'll be looking at SBI PO Prelims examination ka preparation tips and tricks. Okay, so this is the agenda. So the first one is important dates for SBI PO. We will look at that, and then we'll look at the exam pattern as well for prelims and the mains examination, and then we'll go into the syllabus for prelims. Specifically, this video is for prelims examination syllabus and tips and tricks. Okay, so stay tuned. We'll go to the next slide. Okay, so the first slide is important dates for SBI PO examination. So the first one is the registration date. A registration date has been extended. You guys might be aware. Earlier it was until 16th Jan only, but now they've extended it until 19th Jan. That is yesterday until Sunday night. Now the registrations are over, and you will be getting the preliminary examination call letters from 3rd or 4th week of February. Okay, and the prelims examination is slotted for 8th and 15th March. It will be conducted in 2 days, and the results will be around second week of April. The first week of April, you'll be getting the results, and people who are selected from the prelims examination, they will move to the mains examination. So you'll be getting the download of mains examination call letter on second week of April, and then over the course of May and June, the mains examination and the psychometric, that is the third phase of the examination, psychometric test will be there, and interview and group exercises. We'll be going through all these different phases of SBI PO examination. What are all the different syllabuses? We will be going through them. I'll be explaining one by one. And at last, the download of call letters for the pre-examination training. People who are selected basis all these examination three phases. It will be held over January and February 2025. Okay, so these are the important dates. Keep in mind. So people who have already applied for SBI PO, you'll be getting the preliminary examination call letters on 3rd and 4th week of February. So keep that in mind. Okay, so let's go into the examination pattern for SBI PO prelims. So prelims examination, it is out of 100 marks. There will be three main sections. Okay, English language, quantitative aptitude, and reasoning ability. English language is 40 questions, and quantitative aptitude is 30 questions, and reasoning ability is 30. So overall 100. And English language, they have increased the questions to 40 in this particular 2025 examination onwards. So each of the sections will have time limit as well, 20 minutes. So overall it's a 1 hour examination, and there will be no sectional cutoff. That is a very important point you should keep in mind. There will not be any sectional cutoff in preliminary examination. Okay, and candidates numbering 10 types the number of vacancies in each category will be shortlisted for mains examination from the top of the merit list. Okay, so this is about the preliminary examination. Now let's go into the penalty bit. So 1/4 of the marks assigned to that question will be deducted as penalty to arrive at the correct score. So the penalty is available, it's applicable for both prelims and mains. And if the question is left blank, then no answer is marked by the candidate. There won't be any penalty. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, I think there is some issue with the, is everyone able to see the screen properly? Okay, if there is any issue with the screen quality, let me know. I'll just quickly check this. No issues, right? Okay, we'll go to the next exam pattern for the mains examination. For mains examination, the duration of the test is 3 hours and consists of 4 sections of 200 marks total. There will be separate timing for every section. The first section is the reasoning and the computer aptitude. Number of questions is, there will be 4 questions, there will be 40 questions, maximum mark is 60 marks and duration is 50. Next is data analysis and interpretation. A number of questions is 30, maximum marks is 60, duration is 45. And then GK based questions. Third test is GK based economy and banking knowledge. That is 60 questions and 60 marks and 45 minutes duration. And the final one is English language, which is 40 questions are there. Maximum marks is 20 and duration is 40 minutes. So overall, it's a 3-hour examination. Okay. And there is a descriptive paper as well at last. There is a 30 minutes extra which will test your email communication skills, emails, reports and situation analysis, and pre-C writing will be given. So it's 250 marks out of overall 250 marks. And here each candidate will have to score a minimum score in each test. That means each section has a sectional cutoff. Okay, keep that in mind, that's very important. And category wise merit list will be drawn on the basis of aggregate marks stored in phase 2. Okay, so sectional cutoff is there, negative marking is also there. So that is about the mains examination. Candidates numbering up to 3 times the category wise vacancies will be shortlisted for phase 3. Okay, if you guys have any doubts until this section, please ask in chat. Okay, now let's go into the final selection for SBI PO. So finally, after phase 1 and phase 2, there is psychometric test. So bank will conduct psychometric test for personality profiling of those candidates who will be shortlisted for phase 3. And findings of the test may be placed before the interview for having a thorough perspective of the candidates. Along with that, group exercise will also be conducted along with the interview. So for a total of 50 marks. Okay, so mains examination total written score is 250 and group exercise and interview is 50. So 300 marks, but it will be normalized to 100 marks. Okay, it will be reduced to 100. So the final merit list is arrived at after aggregating, that is out of 100 converted marks of phase 2 and phase 3. Selection will be made from the top merit rank candidates in each category. Okay. And just a sec. I think few people are saying the chat is not enabled. Let me check that. Are you guys able to chat? Okay, let me just quickly change the settings. Okay, if you guys are facing some issues. Okay. You should be able to chat actually. You should be able to chat. Okay, let's proceed. Okay. So these are the total different phases of SBI PO examination. Now let's go into the important section, which is for prelims. SBI PO Prelims examination 2025. What are the different sections in it? Right. First one is the English language. There are 40 questions that will be asked. Earlier it was 30. So from this year onwards, they are increasing the number of questions for English language, emphasizing on the importance of this section. Right. So out of 100 English language has the highest weightage. So if I were you guys, I would completely focus on this particular you know section to score better. Okay, so the first one is connecting phrases. For connecting phrases, nothing but, let's say, there will be, it's basically fill in the blank space questions, right? So they would have probably left some gaps in a sentence, and you will be asked to fill from the option which one is like important phrase that fits within the sentence. So that is the first part. Okay, the next one is jumbling the words. Okay, so the words will be jumbled and you have to rearrange it in a particular sentence. Okay, to make it correct. That is the second type of questions. I have highlighted this in blue to say that this is a very easy scoring area and it's asked a lot as well. So you should focus on this. And the next one is grammatically correct sentences. So again, there will be a sentence where along with some options. So which is a grammatically correct sentence that will be given. You have to choose the best one, right? So that is again a very important area. That is what is marked in blue. The next one is synonyms and antonyms, right? So synonym means similar words, antonyms means opposite words. So that type of questions will also be asked. Okay, and then the next one is appropriate word or fill in the blanks. Fill in the blank space questions will be asked, and then rearranging the sequence. Okay, so the sequence, multiple sequence will be given. So you have to rearrange to so that to make it a clear and cohesive sentence and grammatically valid sentence as well. That is a rearranging sequence. Again, that's a very easy scoring area, and a lot of questions come from this topic as well. So you should focus on this. The last one is reading comprehension. There will be a small paragraph, and basis the paragraph, certain questions will be asked. You read the paragraph, understand, and then answer. That is the last one. So this is the English language. English language for SBIPO is very easy and a very high scoring area as well. So you guys should put a lot of effort in this particular section to score high. Okay. Just a sec. Let me check this screen issue. Okay. Let's go to the next one. So syllabus for the prelims examination, there is a quantitative aptitude. So quantitative aptitude, there is a next section in prelims that has 30 questions. Okay. So these are the different types of questions that comes up in quantitative aptitude. Inequalities based questions, time and work questions, areas and volumes, profit and loss, simple and compound interest, allegation and mixer, time and speed, averages, ratios and proportion. Let me give a small introduction about these topics. Inequalities is nothing but a small equation will be given where you have to solve. Let's say x squared plus 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. That is the case, what are the different possible values of x? That is the type of question they will ask in inequalities. And time and work, if a person A can do X amount of work in 5 days and person B can do the same work in 10 days, combinedly how much time will they take to do the work together? That is time on work based questions. Next, areas and volumes, right? Let's say there is a playground which is of the size of rectangle area. Okay, what is the I mean, let's consider that as like a football ground. If that is the case, if a person walks around the edges of the football ground, what is the distance he covered? It's basically perimeter of the rectangle. So that kind of a question, areas and volume based questions will be asked. And then profit and loss, that is very very important for SBIPO because we are in banking industry, right? So everything is about profit and loss. It's a very important topic for banking sector, right? So what is the profit percentage, loss percentage? So that kind of a question will come for also will come for prelims. So in all these topics, the important important topics we have already covered in Play's channel. I would be giving the links of that video in the description. You can check that out. You can check that out as well. Okay, so that is profit and loss. The next one is simple and compound interest. So again, it's a very important topic for prelims examination. So because banks give loans for interest, right? So that is a core concept of banking sector. So there will be many questions from simple and compound interest. You cannot ignore this. So you have to study, right? Simple and compound. Then alligation is mixer. If a water is mixed with some another liquid in a ratio in a particular ratio, what is the remaining water left or that particular liquid proportion left? Mixing and matching based liquid, that is alligation and mixer based concepts will be asked. Okay, and the next one is time and speed. Time and speed is if a person is traveling at a particular, let's say 50 kilometers per hour, okay, and he has to travel 200 kilometers, what is the time it takes? So that kind of a question, time and speed based questions will be asked. And then averages again, it's a very simple topic, but averages are the fundamental for solving other aptitude questions as well. So you should definitely focus on this, and it will help you clear other competitive examinations as well. It's a simple topic, averages. Okay, and then the last is ratios and proportions. Okay, so this is again a very straightforward base question. If let's say person A is earning 100 rupees, person B is earning 200 rupees, what is their earnings ratio? It's basically 1:2. So it's a simple manner I told, but basis this kind of a proportion and ratio based question they will ask in prelims PO for SBA. See, there are so many aptitude based questions out there, but if you're preparing for prelims for SBA PO, don't focus on everything. So that is step number one. Focus on only these 9 topics to crack the examination very fast. So that is tip number one. Keep that in mind. So in the subsequent slides, I'll be telling other tips as well. So stay tuned. The next one is okay. We've covered the important topics in prelims PO. Apart from this, the data analysis and interpretation, reasoning based questions will also be asked. Which I forgot to add. So let me go into the reasoning based questions as well. Okay, so in reasoning, the first important topic is data interpretation. Basically, there will be a graph that will be given to you, and from the graph, certain numbers will be asked. Let's say what is the profit percentage, what is the sales. From the graph, let's say there will be a bar graph like 100 rupees to bar graph with different values. From that, you have to deduce. Okay, so that is data interpretation. The next one is finding out the missing term. Let's say 20, there will be a series of numbers 20, 25, 40, 45. What is the next number? That is the basis type of question that they will ask. And then relationship based question. Relationship is, let's say there is a father, mother, grandfather, daughter. There will be a relationship, there will be an intermingling of relationship that will be mentioned in the question, based on which you have to answer who is the that particular person related to. That is relationship based. And inference based. So there will be a scenario basis which you need to infer a certain deduction as well, that they will ask in the reasoning based question. And arrangements based logical question. Again, I have highlighted this in blue because it's very important. Let's say there are 10 people, they will start giving names to each of the people, and then these people are arranged in a particular order. Who is sitting next to whom? So that kind of a base question they will ask in question number 5. And then syllogisms. Syllogisms are, they will give you 2 statements. Let's say all apples are mangoes, all mangoes are violet, something like that. So basis that there will be certain deduction, certain options will be given. You have to choose the right one. That is syllogism. Again, we have a dedicated video on this. We have released that. That will be given in the description. You can check that out. Okay. And the last one is the coding and decoding. Okay. Let's say if the word computer is coded as table. And how will the word phone be coded as? So to first understand the relationship between the words that are coded, basis which you have to give the answer. Okay, so these are the different types of questions in prelims PO. So if you guys want most of the topics we have already solved, but if you feel certain topics you guys want us to solve quickly, please let us know in the comments. We will solve it. Okay, now let's go into the preparation syllabus for the prelims examination, tips and tricks part. So we have seen the syllabus, we have seen the different types of questions that is asked. So what are the tips and tricks? And now there is we barely have 1 month left for the examination. So 1.5 months left for the examination. So first resource that I would suggest is look at the placed YouTube channel video. Okay, and we have solved multiple topics in the past, and you should also join my live sessions as well. We are planning a lot of live sessions in the coming days, specifically focusing on SBI PO. So please do join. And the next one is you should join our WhatsApp group. The link is given in the description. You can ask any doubts regarding SBI PO. Okay, and then the next one is external. If you are not content with these resources, you can also go to IndiaBig's website. They have a lot of solved problems there. And if you need any support, you can WhatsApp us at 79758 number. Okay. And the second tip is you have to understand the basics. Don't mug up the question. Use the group, use the placed WhatsApp group for getting your doubts clarified. And memorize the member, but you at the same time you have to memorize the formulas too, so that you can quickly solve it. For example, simple and compound interest, speed, distance, time, permutations and combination, profit. They all have standard formulas readily available. You should keep them handy, and so that you can quickly solve the questions. And next one is answer the questions that you're absolutely sure. Avoid negative mark, because this particular SBPO has negative marking. Don't try to randomly choose any topic or option and all. You will, negative marking will hurt you a lot, right? Be if Even if there are 100 questions, if you're sure about only 20 or 30 questions, just attend that. Don't try to attend everything. That's the important tip actually. Next, if you don't get the answer to a question within 5 minutes, if you're not able to find any answer, quickly go to the next question. Don't get stuck in a single question. Okay. Okay. Because all of them have equal marks, one mark only. So don't try to solve every question. Start with English language, which is pretty easy, and then go to reasoning and then go to aptitude, so that you can cover a lot of questions. Okay. That's the trick. If the options are given, eliminate the wrong answers to arrive at the right answer. That is again important tip that will help you save a lot of time. Okay, and approximation. Since options are given, you can also approximate. For example, if there is a complex number that you need to multiply or divide to get an answer, you can, round it off and arrive at a near value. Instead of 33.33%, you can round it up to 33% to solve the questions quickly. Okay, that is tip number 7. And the last tip is it's pretty obvious, but practice, 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 practice. That is the important thing. Okay. So guys, that is all. These are the tips and tricks for SBI PO Prelims. And if you guys have any doubts, please WhatsApp us at 79758 number. We'll be more than happy to help you out. Okay. And if you have any, apart from joining the group, you can also comment in the video. We'll get back to you at the earliest. Okay. Are there any questions that you guys have until now? Okay guys, thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.